you do in 60 minutes? Sometimes here at the EGU it's nice to take a stroll around this park, perhaps go on that train. Counting worms though, is not always high up on the list.
But Jackie Stroud, a NERC Soil Science Fellow, has all the time for earthworms. She says they are great indicators of soil health and has launched a nationwide survey.
So everything I have here is what you need to do 60-minute worms. I've got the booklet and a pen. I've got a fork to dig the soil pits, and I use a fork because you chop less worms in half and thus get better worm counts. The size of the pit we're aiming for is 20 centimetres, so I have a ruler and I use a trowel for fine tuning. Then when I'm sorting through the soil that I've got from my pit, I put all the worms into a pot with a lid to stop them escaping. And then when it comes to identification, a little bit of water can be helpful just to rinse the worms and help with ID. Now optional extras include a knee pad for comfort, and I always like to have a timer and only spend 5 minutes sorting through the soil to find the earthworms in order to achieve 10 soil pits in an hour.
Found 11 worms in this pit. No worm has a saddle, so no further measurements are recorded from this pit. 21 worms in this soil pit, and separated the adults from the juveniles. Now these are the juveniles and they have no saddle. So although you can get some quite large earthworms, size doesn't mean it's an adult. What we're looking for is the presence of a saddle. Small red worms with a distinctive saddle are recorded as type 1 epigeic. They're litter dwelling and their important roles are in carbon cycling and food for native birds. Green or pale worms with a distinctive saddle are recorded as type 2 endogeic. They're topsoil dwelling earthworms with a distinctive saddle near the head, and these are the two most common species found in arable fields, usually quite abundant. And they have important roles in aggregating the soil and nutrient mobilisation for plants. Large dark worms with a distinctive saddle are recorded as type 3 anisic. These large worms play important roles in forming deep burrows for plant roots and water infiltration, and their saddle is found near the head.
And we'll be talking to Jackie Stroud in a future PEDcast about why earthworms are so important for our soils.